Hi everyone, I'm so excited for today because I get to share a conversation with someone very special. Here you are, Susan. Susan has been on such a powerful journey with me, and I want you to hear directly from her what this process has been like. I always say stories are the bridge, they connect us, inspire us, and open doors. And Susan has not only reclaimed her story, but she is already using it in such a way, in a visible and courageous way. So today is about celebrating her, but it's also about showing you what is possible when you stop hiding and step into your own story. Susan, I'm so thankful that you are here today, and thank you for saying yes to sharing your journey with us. Would you like to introduce yourself shortly?
Hi, I'm Susan, and I want to thank you. You have helped me take my story so I can create something for somebody else. And without your help in doing that, I don't think I'd be here today.
Appreciate that, Susan. It has been an honor working with you in the last 3 months. I want to know, and I want our audience to know what was your biggest struggle before we started working together?
I think my biggest struggle is I knew what I wanted to do, and I had an idea how to get there. But it's taking my life experiences, especially my military service and the things that happened during my military service, and putting it out there where I, one, am not ashamed of what happened to me, that I am a voice for somebody else out there. So I think the biggest problem is how do I do that and be the person others can reach out to? That was my biggest struggle.
I understand. What do you think? How were you feeling at the point about your story and your business before starting working with me?
Well, my story was hard to put into words. Um, I've always been looked at as a strong woman, an independent woman, and I spent 24 years in the Navy and retired as a chief petty officer. But there were things that happened that aren't always spoken about, and so your audience knows I am a survivor of military sexual trauma, and putting that story out where not only women but men can understand it and it resonates with them that they don't have to be alone in this area.
Mhm.
And you help me put that into words where I can use my platform and my voice for others.
And that's really powerful. That's amazing. Tell me about more the process of discovering your story. What was what did you discover about your story through this process?
So as we sat down and we went over, I have multiple stories. Not everybody, I will admit, no one has just one story. If you have just one story, then you need to be true to yourself and look at. So every story that I've shared with you and that we created, I know that without each and one of those things happening in my life, I wouldn't be where I am today. I'm
Mm,
getting ready to retire from my full-time job here. I have been, by the time I retire, working for 42 years. I can now enjoy this, my epilogue of my life, and start my own coaching business and help people doing the things I want to do when I want to do them. But without each of those other stories in my past, I wouldn't be molded into who I am. My reaction to those stories put me on this, I will say, path, but every path has multiple journeys.
I can feel the excitement to launch your business and tell your story, share your story to people. That's amazing. How would you think if you were not working with me still? What was your situation, especially when it comes to sharing your story, crafting your
I,
story?
you know, I don't think I would have shared my story in the most public way on social media without working from you. I think I would have still gone through the process and create the program, but it's the sharing of the story is what brings it out. And I don't think I would have gotten there sooner. I would have gotten there later, but not sooner. And working with you has helped me get there.
Mm. Thank you. And what would you say to another sister, to another woman who's sitting now on the fence and thinking what he should do about her story? What would you say to her on deciding wanting to work with me or not?
If you want to take your power back, if you want to take your voice back and be the one that tells your story and nobody else tells your story, you got to work with Maryam. You've got to. If you are willing to sit here and let other people talk about you, then don't pull that trigger. But, you know, I like to be in control. I'm going to control my own story. And that's what you need to do.
Mm. Thank you so much, Susan. It has been a great work, a great pleasure to work with you. Is there something else you want to add for our audiences?
I think the one final thing I want to leave you all with is if you have an idea of what you want to do, if you have a voice for what you want to say, just do it. I'm going to be working with veterans and first responders and women who've suffered trauma. Just do it because you never know. If you just help one person, that's all there is.
Exactly. If you have a voice and you know inside that you want to impact and share your story to the world, help other women, other sisters that sitting somewhere and they think they are alone, you know with your voice you can help them, just rise up, speak up.